99 Jams, it's your girl, Supa Cindy. What's going on, South Florida, around the world? Welcome to 99 Jams Live, and I am super excited because look who I have sitting next to me and next to him. Yes, I have John Singleton, Damson Idris from Snowfall. Hello, guys.
Hey, what's
Sup,
up? How you doing?
Super dimples.
Can I just tell you, okay, so I'm going to give a bow to John Singleton because you are like royalty to everyone, not only black, just everyone, due to the fact that your movies have been in our lives just for a very long time, and not just mediocre movies. It's movies that people are still quoting to this day, 20 years later.
Thank you very much.
How does that feel, like to have movies and someone says, "I hate you, Jody"?
It feels good. It feels like I'm doing, what I set out to do is really make memorable films and just tell stories that really resonate with our people and around the world. So.
So for those that may be under a rock, I'm just going to remind you of some of the movies that John Singleton has produced, directed. He's also acted in some, writer. You're like all around go guy. So Boys in the Hood, Poetic Justice, Baby Boy, Four Brothers, Higher Learning, Hustle and Flow, Too Fast, Too Furious, Rosewood. My paper cut off the rest. Yeah. And it goes on and on.
Yeah, it's been a long journey. I started doing this when I was 22 years old.
Wow.
So I was a baby when I did Boys in the Hood, and I didn't even know what I was doing. It turned out right. So.
And did you know the impact that Boys in the Hood?
Not at all. Not at all. I didn't know. My whole goal when I was starting was to make a movie that was as powerful as a rap album.
Okay,
and so,
it was.
So that might, when I'm doing what I'm doing in a great way, that's kind of like still my goal,
I love that. So how many projects do you think come to your desk on I don't know what to say, weekly or monthly basis?
A whole lot, but most of the ones I'm most passionate about is stuff that I write myself. And like when I come up with the concept and I sit down, and write it or work with some writers and stuff and do it. So.
But when you come up with an idea, because like you said, you're also a writer, do you have your own team that you work with for every project?
No,
it
changes. It changes. It depends on the project.
Okay.
Sometimes I just write it myself, and other times I work with a team of writers.
And you are Academy Award nominated.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Is that a big deal? That is a big deal.
It's a big deal. It's a big deal. I'm really, I'm happy for it, but I'm happier that it came out of me, like just doing some good work, and then I was recognized for it. Not that I was begging and pleading to be recognized. You know what I mean? Like if you're authentic, I feel if you're real and authentic and true to whatever type of stories that you tell, then hopefully people will recognize and react to what you're doing. And
it definitely is obvious by the reaction that you get. Like everyone, when DVDs were still, in households, and some of them they still are. Everyone has a John Singleton movie in their collection. There's no way you can't.
I would hope so.
No, there's no way you can't. No way.
Yeah.
So we're gonna move on to a project that you are currently working on that I am a huge fan of. I must admit, I heard on the Ricky Smiley morning show, Head Crack kept talking about it, but I go to bed early because I do the morning show. And I was like, yo, I gotta catch it. And then 2 weekends ago, I just went and binge watched it, it was only 3 episodes at the time. But, and I was hooked. Your show, Snowfall, is absolutely amazing.
Thank you very much. We work really
tell-
hard.
Yes, and Damson Idris, a.k.a. Franklin, who I'm about to bop on the head with my
Damson.
microphone because he pisses me off because I'm like, run, do this. But
he's just learning the game. It's really funny. Everybody says that in the show, like, oh, God, but he's learning the game in the show. It's funny because he was at the Grove in L.A., and tell him what that old lady said to you when she came up to you.
Wow. So I was at the Grove in L.A., just eating a salad, minding my own business. And then this 70-year-old comes up to me and she goes, now I know you got beat up real bad the other day, baby. But you need to stop being a pussy and get your money back.
Okay.
She was schooling me on the drug game. She's like, that's not how the cocaine game work, baby. I was like, what?
And then she just walked on. She just walked on. I was like, so people, the cool thing about the show is a whole other level of people who live through these times.
Yeah.
And for a lot of us, it was really traumatic. They were really traumatic times. So we're looking at. I never wanted to make a show that was glamorizing the whole thing. What the decisions that this character makes, they're gonna change his family for the worse and destroy his community. You know what I mean? But we don't do it in a heavy-handed way that's like, oh my God, this is drugs, it's so sad and whatever like this. We do it in a way that's like, it's like L.A. It's like
real,
glossy but
life.
real. You know what I mean? Like it's hood. You know what I'm saying? And it's uniquely West Coast. The whole idea was to really do something that was the West Coast thing of the coke trade. Because, you know, we had Paid in Full, we had Scarface here in Miami, but you never showed what really nobody's ever shown went down with L.A. I never had an opportunity to do it. Boys in the Hood was after crack had hit. You see what I'm saying? This is before. Yeah, so you see how it's coming in.
That's what I wanted to explain to the viewers and the listeners, that basically Snowfall is telling the story of in the early 80s how crack cocaine came into LA. Is this a true story, or is like based on what might have happened?
This is all fictitious, but I mean it's a true story, but
it's
based on actual events, but the characters are all, but they're Franklin, there was dozens and dozens and dozens of guys that had Franklin's journeys. There's dozens of guys that went to school in the Valley that from Los Angeles that got into this world. You know, we just took it, you know, some of my memories and some different things and put together in the composite of the character that he plays so well.
You know what I love so much about Snowfall? It tells the story in so many different angles, from the angle of the
CIA,
Mexican
Mexican wrestler who's in a drug family, Mexican family that started out selling weed, and now they're trying to get into cocaine. And then the CIA, you know, this operative Teddy, you know, and he's like basically, he's nobody in the CIA. He's like thinks that if he helps fund this war in Central America, that he'll rise.
And who plays the drug kingpin? That guy, the old guy. Who's that?
That's Alan.
Alana Butbul.
I love him.
Yeah. He's a famous Israeli actor. He is. Yeah, he's from Israel. He's so dope. He's like the gangster Jew.
So I love him. So Damson, tell us a little bit about yourself, because like this is like your first real big gig, or have we seen you somewhere before and we just can't recall it?
Oh, you haven't seen me? No. I started acting probably about 5 years ago. I started out in a theater in London, and Snowfall is my breakout role. Yeah, I've worked on some movies with people like Liam Neeson and Kate Mara, some small actors.
Oh, but nobodies. You know.
But yeah, Snowfall is definitely my most passionate work, and it's definitely the anchor of my career and journey going forward.
Did you hang out in LA for a little while to get because you're from?
You had to.
Yeah. How did you get that?
I
tell about hanging out with Dub. Hang out with Dub.
Yeah. So my dialect coach is Dub C from West Side Connection.
Oh, okay. So you definitely know talk like the West Coast.
Exactly. And he was like, "Yeah, you got to talk like this, homie." And
you do it so well,
he taught me how to crip walk.
Hey. You want to show us your crip walk?
Oh, no way.
Damn it.
Not in these Giuseppe's.
Can't scuff the
Giuseppe's.
Franklin wearing Giuseppe's, y'all. He can't scuff them right now.
I know, I'm changing, man. I used to wear Puma.
High five, John. You got him upgraded to Giuseppe's. That's how we do.
That's his own style. You know what I mean?
So what can we expect? We're only 4 episodes in. How many episodes is it left?
It's 10 episodes.
Ooh, 6 more episodes. My heart palpitates when I watch this. I'm like, run, move. So what can we expect for the rest of the season?
Some more dangerous. I mean, Franklin just goes down the tubes, and you'll see him evolve and change. I can't tell you because you got to have incentive to watch it, but
that's what I'm saying.
As deep as it's gotten, it's about to get deeper. That's all I can tell you.
I'm going to do a spoiler alert. If you haven't seen it, close your ears real quick. In the 4th episode at the end, you quit. You said you didn't want to do this anymore.
Yes.
So what's happening now? Like, I
you
can't wait
tell
till next Wednesday.
Watch show. Yeah, come on, we wouldn't have a show if he ain't in drugs. You know, he quit, but you know.
That's what I said.
He's gonna get pulled back in. You know, like Al Pacino says, they put me out and they pull me back in.
Okay.
He's gonna, it's gonna happen. So.
Yeah.
So make sure you catch Snowfall. It airs Wednesdays on FX at what time?
10 o'clock.
10 p.m.
Wednesdays, 10 o'clock, Snowfall.
And if you haven't seen them, just go on demand. All that good stuff. You can still watch it. FX, Wednesday nights, 10 p.m. Thank you, John Singleton. Damson Idris, a.k.a. Franklin. Your girl, Supa Cindy, 99 Times Live in the studio.
Supa Cindy.